Hello, welcome back. In today's video, we will be doing financial mathematics, more specifically, future value annuities. Now, what's a future value annuity? A future value annuity is a type of formula that you use when you are depositing money consistently. For example, Keisha decides to start saving money for the future at the end of each month, so she does it consistently. At the end of each month, she deposits 900 into an account at Prestige Mutual Bank, which earns 8.25% interest compounded monthly. Now, there's a specific formula for future value annuity, and that formula is F would be equal to X, which is the amount that you deposit consistently, bracket 1 plus I, which is the interest rate they gave you, close your bracket. Remember, let's tweak this formula a bit. This is the amount of times this interest rate is calculated. So for example, if it's compounded monthly, the M is 12, all right? And multiplied by the number of years, which is, we'll call it T. Close your bracket, but before you close your bracket, you put in -1, and then afterwards you close your bracket. All right, divided by I over M. Now this formula is your future value formula. All right, please note it down. It will give you a future value amount. The X is the amount that you consistently pay or deposit. All right, so let's answer this question. Well, we have our X, which is 900 Rand. We have our I, which would be 8.25%. Mind you, it's compounded monthly, so you divide by 12. And ultimately, we have our number of years, which is 29. The only thing you do is just plug that into your formula. So to answer the first question, which says that determine the balance of Keisha's account, that means that they want the future value. So after 29 years, the balance would be a very big amount. What do you use? You use your formula, which is F, which stands for future value, or the balance after those amount of years would be X, square bracket, round bracket, 1 plus I to the power, or 1 plus I divided by M to the power of M times T minus 1, close your bracket, divided by I over M. Now, wherever we see X, we put in the consistent amount. Wherever we see I, we put in the interest rate. Since it's compounded monthly, you have to divide it by 12, raise it to 12, multiplied by the number of years. In this case, it's 29. Don't forget to subtract 1 once you're done. This is divided by, again, interest rate, which is 8.25%, divided by your M, which is your 12. Whoop this in your calculator, and the amount that you will get would be 1,289,665 rands. Okay, so 1,289,665 rands. To answer the second question is saying how much did Keisha deposit into her account over 29 years? Well, she used to deposit 900. How many times? Well, each month, so times 12. For how many years? Well, for 29 years. So in total, how much money did Keisha deposit? Well, she did deposit 313,200 Rand. And to answer the last question, calculate how much interest she earned over a 29-year period. Well, remember, the future value annuity is after 29 years. minus this 313,2. So how much money did she actually earn? Well, you'll say 1,289,665 rand, 06 minus 313,200 rand. That would give you use your calculator to find it. Next question. Azola decides to start saving money for the future. At the end of each month, she deposits 500 into an account at Abbott's Mutual Bank. She earns 15.25% interest per annum compounded monthly. The first question says, determine the balance of Keisha's account. Ooh, Keisha, why not Azola? This question has a bit of a boo-boo. So quickly change that to Azola. And this one as well, change it to Azola. And voila. Yeah, determine the balance of Azola's account after 28 years. Firstly, each month she deposits, meaning we need to use the future value formula. So again, write down your future value formula. X is the consistent amount that Azola would put in. There is our formula. Now, she puts in 500 rand. The interest that the bank gave her was 15.25%. And it was compounded monthly. So to the power of, divided by 2 to the power of 12. I mean, divided by 12 to the power of 12, excuse me. Multiplied by the number of years, which is 28. Minus 1 over, again, interest rate here would be 15.25% divided by 12. Whoop this in your calculator and you get a wholesome amount of 2.699922.51. So she's making a couple of rands, right? Question number 2. How much did Azola deposit into her account over 28 years? Well, she used to deposit 500 rand every month. So there are 12 months in a year for the next 28 years. If you whoop that in your calculator, you will get a wholesome amount of 168,000. Perfect. Question number 3, calculate how much interest she earned over 28 years. Well, you'll take your future value, subtract it with your monthly deposits, and you'll get a wholesome amount of 2531922.51. Question number 3. Reese decides to start saving money for the future. At the end of each quarter, she deposits 800 into an account at Abbott's Mutual Bank. She earns 14.25% interest compounded quarterly. Again, this question has a bit of an issue, so we need to sort it out. Instead of Keisha, we need to say Reese. And even down here, we need to say Reese again. Perfect. Now, since we've already sorted out our question, let's answer what they want here. Future value formula. I'm intentionally leaving the M. Why am I doing that? Well, now you understand the formula, right? If you don't understand the formula, let me then do this to appease you. Perfect. 800 Rand is the consistent amount, so that's X. Our I is 14.25% divided by 4, since it's quarterly, to the power of 4 times how many years? Times 25 years minus 1 over 14.25% divided by 4. If you put this in your calculator, you would get a wholesome amount of 72156.14. Okay, 72156.14. Question number 2. How much did Reese deposit into the account over 25 years? Well, you take your 800 Rand. She used to deposit it 4 times in a year, which is quarterly, times 25 years. Perfect. Well, 4 times 25 is 100. So 100 times 800, well, it'll be that. Lovely. Question number 3. They want the interest that Reese earned. Well, you take your future value amount and you will subtract this amount. All right. Ooh. Let's not forget the 9 here. Now it's more wholesome. The amount that you'll get will be 641569.14. Perfecto. Lastly, Sino's planning a trip to Qatar to visit a friend in 2 years' time. She makes an itinerary for her holiday and she expects that the trip will cost 25,000. How much money must she save at the end of every month if her savings account earns an interest rate of 10.7% compounded monthly? Well, again, she saves every month, as you can see. So we need to use future value. Write down your formula. Identify what you have. Well, we need to have a future value of 25,000. We are looking for our X because we were given our I, which is 10. We were given our M, which is 12. So we were given this and this. And we were given the number of years, which is 2. So here you just have to solve for X. And if you do that, well, let me give you a simple formula. The simple formula for it would be X would be equal to, well, you guessed it, F multiplied by the denominator, which is I over M, divided by the numerator, which is 1 or bracket 1 plus I over M bracket M times T minus 1. If you put that into the calculator, you first have to sub in. So our F is 25,000 multiplied by our I, which is 10.7% over 12, and this is divided by this lovely bracket, which is 10.7% over 12. 12 times 2 is 24, or I can just simply do this, minus 1. And if you calculate your X, you'll find out that, well, she needs to start saving every month 938 Rand, 80 cents. Well, thanks for watching. I apologize profusely, my winter school students, that there was a bit of the lesson wasn't as smooth. I'll re-record it and upload it properly. We're running out of time in terms of load shedding. Okay, so I'll re-record it and it'll be proper. Well, I hope you now understand future value, and good luck with your assignment.